Don't try to take it away from us, because we'll take our freedom back.
So, speaking of things that are American, in a way, I guess though it's actually.
What the fuck?
All right, according to the computer thing, I clicked the live button like it told me.
I have my regrets now.
Why? Because we're celebrating our country?
Happy birthday, Declaration of Independence. Founded in July 4th, 1776. God bless.
All right,
Proud of you for remembering that, Trav.
In your reflection. In your glasses.
You had to look
like,
up the date to remember.
You know what that means? It's time to celebrate, like all pure-blood Americans.
I'm so jealous.
Are we allowed to do that on stream? Is that okay?
That was stuck in a cycle.
Pull it out.
Well,
your pure room temperature drink.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
Welcome to our 4th of July podcast, where we're talking about Japanese anime.
Yeah, all right, exactly.
Thanks for tuning in. Today's a special day for more reasons than one. Yes, it's 4th of July. I bet you could not have guessed that. But more importantly, we are finishing up talking about JJK, the last 4 episodes of the first season. We got the 3 boys here. Only one of us is in spirit. We have a special guest. Dr. Disrespect is also here with us. He might add a few things to the conversation. If he doesn't, it's okay.
I don't think he's allowed on Twitch anymore, actually. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like you can't say the name.
Well, we're kind of bending.
That's like that. It's like that dude from Harry Potter. You can't say his name.
Oh, we'll just bleep that out.
That we're doing. That's not
Ron Weasley.
Yeah.
Ron Weasley.
Yeah, because he's a ginger.
Oh.
Well,
he's the real villain.
They're not pure-blood Americans like me and Michelle down there.
Yeah,
I know. Trav's just embracing his cosplaying skills right now.
This is who I am. It's not a phase, okay? I'm brave.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
Says this $5 shirt from Walmart.
American. Say it again.
Huh?
Yeah.
The hell you speaking about? Don't you dare disrespect my pure-blooded heritage.
Yeah. Nice.
Very cool. So who wants to get us started with this Japanese shish kebab?
Yeah, too bad for the people that are just listening to the podcast and not actually seeing what's happening right now. All the more reason to watch the video.
Talk about a visual bit.
Yeah. All right, well, Trav talks in that accent the whole time. Or, I mean, his normal voice the whole podcast.
It's my pure-blooded roots.
Yeah.
Shining through.
Okay, someone talk about the goddamn anime.
Yeah,
what the hell are we even talking about?
I'm so distracted right now, man.
I know, the backdrop is pretty epic. It has the boy, the man, Megami, opening up his shadow gardens against a special grade spirit.
I can't take this seriously, man. Come on.
Yeah, well, we bring it back a bit. Where do we pick up? We're picking up where we left off. Episode 21's where we're starting. 21 through 24 was the rest of the show, rest of the season. They just wrapped up that big fight with like all the curses, right?
Curses? So, you mean curses?
Curses, yeah, that's what I said.
Hey, is that Josh Failure over there okay?
Yep, I'm just praying for a good stream tonight, that's all.
Hey, yo, Trav, why are you drinking a Miller Lite but wearing a Budweiser hat?
Who the fuck likes Budweiser?
Why are you wearing a Budweiser hat?
It's what I found at Walmart. Pure-blooded Americans make do with what they got. Don't try to take it away from us, because we'll take our freedom back.
So, speaking of things that are American, in a way, I guess though it's actually
What the fuck?
Yeah, Trav, you wanna tell us?
also pretty popular in Japan is the first episode starts with a baseball game. Let's talk about baseball.
Ain't no better pastime than the good old sport of baseball.
Even
though
football?
even though the 5 people that watch baseball and enjoy it.
Trav, can you tell me the one rule about baseball?
Yeah.
Actually, Trav actually knows about baseball. So.
Apparently not.
Just like every other pure-blooded American, I played baseball. All I know is that Maki Senpai likes to do nice pitches.
Nice beach.
Nice beach.
Nice beach. So, I mean, I guess there's not really many events within the baseball game itself that need to be
Well, before
summarized, or
before they even started playing, they kind of showed more or less like the fallout of what happened, like both with the students and then a bit with the curses and whatever little dimension that they're in.
Well, they showed the fallout of what happened, but with the curses, they showed like them planning it. Looks like they jumped back to before the attack,
Yeah.
and they're like, "This is what we're gonna do. This is why we're gonna do it." And
They
stuff
show a
like
little
that.
bit after, like when Hanami, I think that was the name of the
Mhm.
of like the
the tree one.
yeah.
because the volcano head was like, "Why don't we just trap Gojo in the domain with everyone else?" And then Geto, not Geto, it's Geto, right? Geto was like, because we want Gojo's attention going to trying to get into the domain, so that way Mojito can go and steal the fingers and stuff. Where if Gojo was inside the domain and he wanted to get out, his attention would be going out towards Mojito. So we want all of attention away from Mojito. So that's why they didn't trap my boy in there. So
Yeah, so it showed Hanami. Well, it showed like that one, the weird blondie with the ponytail. It's a human, the one that like showed up, got like
Oh,
10
that
seconds of
that
screen time
useless
with
sack
like,
of crap.
yeah, he was like obsessed with girls, or he thought girls were obsessed with him, and then he just ran away like a bitch. He was like running away somewhere, and then Hanami shows up, beaten like half destroyed, passed down on the ground, and then this blondie is like, "Oh, you poor thing, let me put you out of your misery." Grabs like the little handheld little sword that was made for him, about to kill or finish off Hanami, and then Margarita or Mahito, I think that's his real name, is like, "Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Know your place, you stupid human." He's like, "Well, I was just trying to do something nice. What are you talking about?"
It was
Like,
just a
yeah,
prank,
no,
bro.
you should just fuck
You
off.
cursed spirits wouldn't understand things like that, like sympathy and wanting to help people out of their misery and mercy.
I'm excited to see what this human could do because, like, he didn't back down originally from Mojito. He was like, kind of like, "You want to tell me what to do? Okay, we're about to go, buddy." But then he's like, "You know what? And it's not worth it." So I'm excited to see how strong this guy actually is.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
don't
Hopefully
know.
stronger than the
If
fucking Axe Man.
Yeah, hopefully.
from all
I
we've
don't know if
seen,
it's
that
just,
he has
if
a
it's just
sword
an
with like
act.
a hand at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's just an act because the carpenter dude said that he was so weak he made him a weapon that would hold his hand.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So I don't know if they're just kind of shitting on him. But they kind of made it seem like the carpenter was the idiot. Like he just went along with the plan because they told him to. And he made that.
He was
he
pretty
made
much the fall guy. They were just using him to test the barrier.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
So their
did
ultimate
we already
goal was
mention the whole point was just to steal the special grade items and the fingers?
yeah,
And
their ultimate goal was to steal their special grade items. That we find out that the school has them in their possession, but they move them around every day. And there's like a X number of people that are guarding it too, or just like in that general area. So the group of curses, Geto's team, pretty much created like a distraction. They got their team. They made like that enclosure. I can't remember exactly the name of the technique, but they did that. They trapped the students in there, knowing that that would have Gojo kind of draw his attention trying to get in there, when in fact their the things they were trying to get was actually outside of that. It was somewhere else in the school. But everything went according to their plan. The bad guys got all the special weapons, like Six Fingers. I can't remember what the other. There was like four other
The
ones.
cursed
Three.
wounds.
The cursed
There was
wound.
the Six Fingers, the cursed woman, and the 3 death paintings.
Yeah. So they got like 10 cursed objects.
Oh shit! They got 6 fingers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got 6 fingers.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
You would think they would like hide all those like special grade items under like different vaults, right? Because like they said they had like hundreds of different entrances and it switched like every day. You'd think you would just throw it in like a different lockbox. Because the way they found where it was is because they put I don't know, like a little curse on one of the fingers that they retrieved, and so then that just led it back to the nest with all of them, pretty much.
Yeah. You would think they would spread it out more because Mojito was saying that like 90% of the temples at the high school were just complete and utter empty, and they were just distractions. So all of the cursed pieces were in one temple. It's like, all right,
and it's like one sorcerer that's in charge of all that. Their like whole shtick is that they're immortal and they're like a tree guy. Yeah, and their whole gimmick is to hide the vaults pretty much, but you wouldn't think that he wouldn't have the capability of hiding multiple vaults, you know? But no, they just hide one.
Yeah, they could have had a different technique for hiding everything, or making it just harder to steal.
Jesus Christ. Just put the like 3 of the fingers in Gojo's back pocket, and I'm pretty sure he could watch them, you know?
Just have Gojo hang on to him.
Like, you know, they have to go past him to get a finger. Like, they can't beat Gojo.
Gojo would be good at defending those, but I don't think the school would trust him with them. Like, he'd probably just get the glory right away. It would be so cool if they just gave it to him. He's like, yeah, we know you're like the strongest guy, so here you go. Just keep him safe. But
well, that would make for a funny scene. All right, Gojo, we're charging you with these one finger of Sukuna. Oh, hey, Itadori. Eat up. Right in front of their face.
Well, yeah, that's why they're not going to give it to Gojo, because he would just give them all the Itadori.
Right.
So I totally forgot about that.
So that's what happened with Geto's group. And Geto like knows the ins and outs of the school because he went there. So I feel like he would have come up with a strategy regardless. Like if they were all scattered in different places or what, like he prepared his team for it. But they could have done a bunch of things differently. But we find out go ahead.
Was Geto one of the ones that you guys were saying is considered a special grade sorcerer?
Yes.
Or no?
Oh,
yes.
He is?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
He is. He's one of the 4.
Okay.
Gojo, Geto, the guy from the movie that I totally watched, and then somebody else.
It's just hard. It's just hard to think that after thinking about the movie, you know, because you know, spoiler: Geto got his shit rocked in by Yuta.
Yeah,
I know that. I watched that.
Yeah.
But we find out pure-blooded American.
A bunch more people died from the school. Like not just those 2 people that we saw Mahito like drag in that one scene. Like I don't know how many.
Yeah, that's what I was confused about, because Gojo was like, "Yeah, do you guys want to continue the event?" A lot of people died, and I was like, "Who the fuck died?"
Yeah, the security guards.
It was more than just the guards.
It was
there
like
was a couple other sorcerers, I think, too.
It had to be like lower level ones.
A semi first grade sorcerer.
Jesus.
And the security guards. It was like 6-7 people that died.
So I'm pretty sure Geto said like, "Hey, in addition to the security guards, can you just like take out a few extra sorcerers just
weaken them a little bit?"
Yeah.
I liked what Toto said though.
Like he's spitting facts.
Like yeah, he's like 100% real philosophy. It's like if you're not connected to the death, you shouldn't give a shit. You shouldn't mourn that death. It's like, what are you doing? It's not your place to mourn.
Why would we hold ourselves back just because someone passed? You know,
it's like that whole idea where people get like sad and they take days off work when a celebrity dies. It's like, who cares? You never met that person, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
When Steve Jobs died, I remember like all these YouTubers were like, "Oh, this is the most horrible day I've ever had in my life." Like, you ever talk to the guy? What the fuck you talk? Well, who cares, man? People die every day.
Or like when Michael Jackson died. Or
Yeah,
Prince.
yeah, and we have this whole like million people funeral. It's like, who cares, dude? It was just a dude.
Yeah.
But,
I guess
Yeah.
it just hits differently when you hit a certain level of popularity.
mm-hmm.
Especially with Michael Jackson, dude. Jesus, man. I'm pretty sure people like threw themselves off the roof or some shit after that.
So in the end, Total spit some facts. Everyone's like, all right, yeah, I get that.
Surprisingly, everyone
they were all-
agrees with him.
Yeah, they were all for it. So Gojo's like, yeah, so we got, we have a bunch of ideas. They thought that they were gonna do like team individual battles. Like one day is usually team battles historically, and then the second day is all individual battles. So they like pick their opponents by drawing out of a hat or whatever. So it's normally rigged every year, so that happens. Like it's not always supposed to happen, but Gojo's like, yeah, just pick out of the hat. Gojo actually, we find out he rigged the rigged
Yeah.
system, and he put in a fucking baseball game as an option there.
Instead
and of course,
of-
he gives it to Itadori, and he's
baseball.
like,
It's instead of like the principals and stuff going like, hey, no, redraw. They're like, fuck it, let's have the baseball game, I guess.
yeah.
What?
And Gojo knows what happened. He's walking out. And he's like, he drew baseball. I'm fucking happy.
We didn't even talk about the best scene in the whole episode though.
All right, go
What?
ahead.
When
When they
Itadori
play
and
baseball,
Nobara,
yeah.
no, when Itadori and
Mhm.
Nobara are visiting Megumi in the hospital,
Oh,
yeah.
they're eating pizza, and then Megumi's like, Itadori, you've gotten so strong. I need to get stronger than you. And then out of nowhere, it's a Total just sitting at the edge of the bed, like, that's what I expect from my brother's best friend.
Yeah.
And I was like, and Itadori's like, what are you doing here? And he starts running away. He's like, dude, just give me a break. Leave me alone for a second. And Toto's chasing him around the rooftops, like, we've been best friends since middle school.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Itadori's
I
like,
didn't even
I
know
didn't go to
you.
your middle school.
I was planning to go to your middle school. I don't know what happened yesterday. I was fucking high. That never happened.
It's Toto.
Created this entire history.
You know how I was yesterday? We said some things.
Toto's so funny, bro. I
And
love
then
Toto.
Megami pretty much just announced, like, I'm going to be your rival, Itadori. And Hammer Girl's
Yeah.
just like, what am I, chopped liver?
Yeah.
So yeah, Megami does the tropey shonen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the protagonist's foil. But I my rewatch. I think Nobara might be my favorite of the three. She's so fucking awesome because she just breaks every single trope of shonen like trios. She's like, "Fuck you guys, I'm gonna be stronger than you too," and she actually backs up her shit. It's not like Sakura saying when Sasuke and Naruto finally reunite in the war and they're like, we're equals now, and Sakura's like, don't forget about me. I'm like, bitch, excuse me.
Yeah.
These two could literally break planets in half right now and you could punch a rock.
I summoned a slug.
But Nobara can actually back up her like talk.
Sasuke could
I like her a lot.
summon like a giant kaiju creature with his eyeballs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sakura
He's
just
not
grows
wrong, man.
tattoos on her face.
I'm telling you, Nobara. I think she might
She's
be a little
awesome.
underrated, but I'm glad you guys are liking her too. Yeah,
She's
she's
awesome.
my favorite as well of the
all
first year.
all three. I mean, this is obviously spoiler jumping ahead, but all three of them defeated special grades. All three of them are as strong
Mhm.
as each other.
Yep. Yeah, I think that kind of showed that, flashing back to that moment in the hospital where they all want to be equal or surpass the other. Right there, they showed that they're all on equal footing. They all have potential. And then even at the end of episode 24, we'll find out that they all got some recommendations. So it's all working out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, during
Yeah,
the
the
baseball
baseball game
game,
happened,
the most important part of the episode where they played the good old American
Baseball.
pastime, baseball.
Baseball. I loved in this whole this whole game when it kept flashing. You know how they normally like when they introduce characters, it gives them like a little bio, but here they did it for each character, said their position in the game.
They were given like
and gave us
the player
most
stats.
pointless, useless fucking information. Like, oh man, I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. Like Itadori's was like,
Gives him
he likes,
shits or
he
something.
likes some kind of ramen or something, but it makes him shit the next day. And then Megumi's like, he likes chicken breasts in this type of food, but he likes chicken thighs in this food. It just made no sense.
Sounds like a normal sports commentary to me, dude.
Yeah.
That's how it rolls. They have just some random facts underneath the player stats, but there's actually some like meaning behind the baseball game too, because it gave Gojo a sense of what Megumi's like fighting style or character style is like, because he bunts, like a sacrificial bunt to get Nobara to second base.
There was one.
So there is some meaning behind the baseball game.
There was one gripe I had with the game, and it's not a serious gripe. It's just like a comedy gripe. But I was like, no, bro, why are you complaining that they're using a pitching machine? A pitching machine is 10 times easier to hit than a pitcher is.
She wants to show that she's
because a pitching machine is straight down the middle, same speed, same spot every time. You just tee off and hit. Or a pitcher,
we don't know what kind of technology is going around that Mekazawa. Okay,
shut up, man. It's just
you don't know if he's gonna mix it up, maybe throw a change up with spirit energy. Okay,
the fuck is spirit energy?
I was thinking Yu Yu Hakusho. My bad.
I think she wanted more of a challenge. I don't know if it was like dummy down her character in that moment, like saying, "Yeah, you got a machine," and they're like, "Yeah, well, we're down the person because
we have a Maki."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Pretty much a machine.
Yeah.
I liked the Camo's moment where he was up to bat. He had half his face just totaled from the fight. He only had one eye, which is closed anyways, so he pretty much was blind.
Mm-hmm.
And so his bandaged eye was facing Maki as she was pitching, and then we had like this flashback to him and his mom. And Itadori was what's the correct term for, is it like the catcher?
Catcher.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, why did you want to become a sorcerer? And then Itadori gives his response, and then Camo has a flashback to his mom, and he realizes that they're pretty similar. He acknowledges him, and then in that whole like however long that memory took, he strikes out. He missed every freaking shot.
That's a good reason. Strike 3, bout out.
And I don't know if that's because like he was busy remembering and making that connection, or because he was fucking bandaged and he couldn't see shit.
I'm pretty sure he was all in his own head there.
I don't know. I think it could have been both. I think it was funny if it was.
Dude was shooting arrows controlled with his blood while he had his eyes blocked.
They told him, his friend told him not to play. He should be resting. And
I'm pretty sure he can handle hitting a baseball.
I think him just not hitting the ball was just, it had to be that like insert of comedy, because that was like the only serious moment we got in that entire episode.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to be like, okay, let's bring it back to the comedy, because this is supposed to be a lighthearted, funny episode. So they had to strike.
It just shows that the character is so fixated on one thing at a time, where he can't even focus on the game, pretty much.
Yeah. And it could have been the same kind of thing as with Toto, who was up at bat next or soon or whatever, where he just kind of let himself get struck out or whatever.
Well, Toto got fucking blasted.
That's right. Sorry.
If anything, he had to take. If anything, he had to take his base.
So the way that I always interpret it was that like he just kind of like let himself get struck out, because he was just like out of almost like such respect for Itadori, he was just like, that's a good reason.
I think he was just too fixated on talking to Yuji, and he was like,
wasn't paying attention.
Next time, brother, promise me you'll pitch from.
That was Toto. I was still talking about the other dude.
Freaking got assaulted, man.
Beach.
My boy does not deserve it.
Nice beach. Nice beach. Maki-san, nice beach.
Yeah, he just got fucking slammed.
And then Itadori is holding Toto. He's like, Toto,
people hate
you.
Everyone hates you. Everyone.
It's so dumb, dude.
There was another bit. I mean, there was another serious moment in that episode where the two principals are talking about Itadori, and I think they both agree that they need to keep him alive. Like there's a reason behind it, and it's kind of like their job to keep them safe, so that way they can keep other people safe.
Well,
And
yeah.
they kind of acknowledged Itadori after that moment, and then Gojo just walks by eating something and steps on a bunch of like ants for some reason that were on the ground, but he doesn't.
He didn't kill any of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked the principal from the Kyoto school's philosophy there, because the principal from the Tokyo school is like, do you still hate Itadori? And the principal, the old guy's like, I never hated him, but he's not allowed to live in our society, so I had to do what was right.
Should we make one exception for a student?
Yeah.
That would go against all our rules and philosophies.
So he's saying he didn't want to kill Itadori, but he had to. He had to try.
Yeah.
But
I definitely get
now his philosophy is changing because he knows how good of a person Itadori is.
Thanks for bringing that up. I don't remember him saying that. I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, character development in the old man.
All right, so the baseball episode's all right. Was there anything else that happened in it? Because I want to get to the cool shit that happened.
Yeah, Tokyo's cool one.
We've been talking about the baseball episode for 30 minutes.
I was about to say
it's the good old American
one episode in 30 minutes, so we got.
Am I right, Americans?
Well, episode 20, the episode after is more like story development. It's kind of setting the scene for like the next. What did you guys want to say about that? Who wants to lay it out? Lay out like what's happening.
Trav did say, "Can we move on to the next episodes, please? I want to talk about those." So I think Trav should have to.
I'm too fixated on remembering the good old American pastime.
Nope, too bad.
Wait, you say we spent half an hour talking about the first episode? We spent like 15 minutes with Trav just fucking sipping beer and saying we're pure-blooded.
Pure-blooded American.
I am a pure-blooded American, but I'm out of my elixir of the gods. Mitch, give me another one.
Get to the episode. Of this episode.
Of this episode.
Yeah.
Well, what happened in the next one? I don't think anything big happened.
They get a new mission. Yeah. We got a new driver. No cheese boy anymore. We got another.
No cheese.
I prefer this driver. She's really freaking cool.
Yeah, I think she actually went to school with Gojo, if I'm remembering that right. But she's just a driver, so I don't know. I could not be remembering right. I don't know. But yeah, new driver. They got a mission.
So Trav, just so you know, Discord or your mic filtered out the entire like the cracking of your can. I know you were trying to like make it like all crispy or like ASMR. It got completely filtered out. We didn't even hear it.
Joke's on you. Streamlabs records my microphone separate, so it got it.
Okay. Well, then we didn't hear it on Discord. That's a shame.
I just realized this is completely off topic. I'm sorry. I think my face is lopsided. Look at my glasses right now.
Because they're tilted. Your head's tilted, Mitch.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I got you, brother. I got you. Okay.
My head's not tilted. My head is straight, and this side of my glasses is lower.
It's not, Mitch.
It is. Look at my eyebrow. It's higher.
Look at his eyebrow.
You're not even looking straight at the camera. You're at an angle. There.
It's the same, guy. It's the same. And it's super obvious with these ones because this side is dark and this side's light. You're like, wait, why?
What's that? What the eyebrow doing?
Yeah.
What the eyebrow doing?
I think my face is lopsided.
Oh.
Shit.
A lot of people
hey, just like every pure-blooded American, we all got our hiccups.
Okay.
Except me, I'm too pure-blooded.
So if it was straight, it would be like.
Okay, wait, Mitch. Take off the glasses and just look straight on. Look straight at the camera. Okay, now
I think that eyebrow is just higher up on your face.
Put the glasses back on while looking at the camera.
No.
It's straight. Maybe your left. Maybe your eyebrow is just bushier than the other one.
Maybe one of your ears is higher than the other.
Maybe I gotta go to the barber and be like, "Bitch, fix my fade, bro." Fix the fade on my face. All right, sorry.
All right, tangents. Nothing new.
New driver. Cool.
Yeah, they get a new
cool
mission. There's like
lady.
we get like a it kind of sets the scene. We get like I think a few clips before this where like people are dying.
Yeah,
Like outside their
they're on their porch being like, "Why is my security lock not locked?" And I demand you come fix it now.
Oh, is this the episode where we get like a hint of like Megumi's like background because he went to the school they're investigating?
Yeah.
This is all of the story to lead up to the fighting in the
So
final
all three of these,
episodes.
so all three of these episodes pretty much just all combined together, pretty much.
Yeah, it's one mini story.
Yes, true.
Yeah. So a little awkward with the
people
baseball
are-
episode
people are
first, but
dying. People's doors aren't closing. Someone's leaving the fucking door unlocked. And people are dying because of it. So I don't know. I think 3 people died. They're on the mission. They're driving, and then they're like reading the bios about the people that died, and they're like, "All right, there's someone that's connected to all of them. We gotta go interrogate." They pull up. That person's dead.
they pulled up to his funeral.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the driver's just like, "Ah, shit!
Mhm.
Damn it! Now what are we gonna do?"
So then they go to a middle school. I think it's a middle school, right? Yeah. It's a middle school. Coincidentally,
middle school. Yeah.
it's the one that Megami went to. So they're all walking up. Squad rolls in. Megami's kind of lurking in the background, not really into it. And then there's like 2 delinquents, just doing whatever. And then Nobara is like, that's her name, right?
Nobara.
Yeah, Nobara is like, hey, there's two idiots right here. Won't we
beat the shit out of them.
Hey, Baka A and Baka B. Like, let's straight up.
Funny.
Straight up, it's like Baka A and Baka B. And we find out that they get kind of scared when Megami is with them, and Megami's like, "What they're talking about?" They're like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Yeah,
dude. Megami does the fucking trav. I don't know what you're talking about. He just looks to the side. It's like, what are you doing, guy? And then Nobara and Itadori are pushing his face forward, freaking out and stuff. We found out that Megami was a badass in middle school.
Yeah, he beat
Why
everybody
don't you
up.
tell us about your backstory, Megami? Why don't you trust us?
Yep. So they do some recon there. They find one of the teachers. Teacher likes Megami. They talk to the teacher, and then I think they find out there's like this random like bravery, courage test that's going on with this bridge that people are bungee jumping off of, and it's something that's been going on for years now. So I think they drive to the bridge after this, and the 3 students stay the night while the driver just does their own shit, and nothing happens. Like, they don't really find anything out. And as they're debriefing the driver, once they meet up the following day, one of the delinquents shows up. Baka A comes back with another girl that went to school with Megami, and she's like freaking out because she jumped off this bridge before, and she's worried that like the deaths are connected to it. So they're like trying to Megami's trying to like talk him down and stuff, saying yeah, they're not connected, until she says, yeah, okay, that's good, because your sister went with me that day. And then he kind of like loses his like cool on the inside. He doesn't really show it.
Yeah.
And that's when the driver like takes over the conversation, like just trying to get some information out and stuff. And she kind of she brings the conversation back down, and she drives them home. And then so Megami goes to call his sister. She doesn't answer. We find out she's bedridden. She's been bedridden for I don't know how long. Yeah, I don't know if it's a coma or she's bedridden, but
I'm pretty sure she's unconscious. Like, she's in a coma due to a curse.
It was like she has like 2 curses, like one that put her out, but then I don't know if we've already established, but this whole like highway curse only manifested or finally triggered after Kuda Matata was awoken.
Hmm.
So that was like the giant like spark that.
Yeah.
What an American phrase.
Itadori and Nobara, they kind of felt for Megumi here. I thought that was nice. Kind of, it showed their connection as like the the first years. They were worried about Megumi, and then Megumi when he comes back, like I don't think he was able to reach her. I don't know what he said to them. He's like, yeah, but the mission is. He talked to Ijichi. He talked to Cheese, and he's like, gotta pull out because we can't give you any stronger reinforcements than grade 2 sorcerers, and this is a far greater threat. So you guys got to pull out.
And Megumi decided because it was his sister on the line that he can't wait for Gojo to come back. He needs to kill the curse tonight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think at this point we know where Gojo went. Like he's out. Like he's out of town.
This is the third time he's been away, so we just don't. So
they're obviously sending him on some shit, or he's doing something in the background.
Whenever they need the main three to have like character growth, they like Gojo's gone. If Gojo was there, they would not have to do anything.
Which I mean is a good thing, absolutely. Because having Gojo there just gets rid of all the tension.
Yeah.
Because he could just go like, do his whole like shit and then infinite void or some shit and just completely shred whatever curse is messing with them.
Yeah. So Megumi tells him, yeah, we're just gonna pull out. I'm gonna go back to the school. You guys just head back. And he like forces them in the car to go back. They don't want to leave, but they leave. And then Megumi ends up like going at night under the bridge. And then Nobara and Itadori meet up with them, and they're like, "Yeah, we know something's up. You got rely on us."
They're following him the whole time.
You can't fool us, dude. We know your sister's involved. We're not gonna leave you on your own.
Why don't you just tell us what's going on? Aren't we friends, right, little Megumi? Little Sasuke, little Chiha, little rival, why don't you just tell us what's going on, we're friends, right? Right? Little kiss on the cheek. You had the fireworks in the background, too. Happy 4th.
So, yeah, they're good pals. They don't want to leave him on his own.
And then that made Megumi's heart grow 3 sizes.
That day.
He left off a smile.
There was one part in that like whole confrontation that I really liked, but I forgot exactly how it went. It was like Itadori and Nobara were like, "We know something's happening. We know something's up. You need to tell us what's going on." And then Megumi tells them what's going on. They're like, "Okay, cool, we understand." And they just let him do his thing, right? They totally went with him. Like,
yeah.
They knew it was gonna be. He knew it was gonna be a special grade, and they didn't know how like dangerous it was gonna be because Cheese is warning. So Megumi was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna fight this burden by myself. I don't need to get my comrades killed with me."
Yeah, I like that part.
Yeah, that was nice. It's like he didn't really need to say much. They just understood, and they were ready to go into that. They were rather die for him.
Yeah, so they had to jump the little river that was down there, and that was pretty much the gateway to get in the domain of the special grade, pretty much. Just like in the... Where was it? Where they came across that first special grade where Yuji got messed up?
Like the juvenile hall, pretty much.
Oh, so like the prison kind of place.
It was like a youth reconstruction center or whatever the fuck it's called.
So it's pretty much the same setting as that, but it's like structured as a cave. And they have all these little fucking diglets in the ground.
Diglet dig.
Dreo.
And Megumi and Nobara start murdering innocent diglets.
Know what? Fuck them. Have you
been through that cave of diglets?
Yeah, have you been through that cave, dude? That thing is a bitch, okay?
Pain in the ass.
Actually, at some point before this, we're flashed to Mahito and Geto torturing this one human guy.
Oh
hostage, and they actually fed him one of the painting.
They fed him the cursed womb.
Yeah, so it's
cursed
they
womb,
they end up
yeah.
showing that they've used the 3 of the cursed wombs, and that spawned 3. I don't even know what they're called. Special grade humans. I don't know, but they're all brothers, and they're
It's
very.
kind of like what Mahito can summon, but they're special grade now.
Would they be curse? Would you just say curse users then, or?
I don't know.
I have no idea what they are. Honestly.
Well, no, because they're
Because
curses.
I mean,
they're curses, but they're like the curses that Mahito can make that were originally humans.
They have like a physical
Yeah,
body and everything.
Yeah.
Like they don't
Yeah.
like, just fade away. They actually die.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually have ability to have feelings because the brothers have such a deep bond with each other. So, yeah, Geto and Margarita send 2 of the brothers out there to secure the special grade, because the special grade underneath the bridge has one of Akuna Matata's fingers, and it just so happens that's the Megamian squad's goal, even though they have no idea they're going to get a finger out of it. Even though Nobara finds out about it after she gets dragged away.
Mm-hmm.
So fighting ensues. Nobara, of course, gets dragged away again. And then Itadori.
Yeah, even Megami's like, dude, she always gets fucking dragged away at the wrong time.
Yeah. Dude, that was such a weird scene because Megami's like slowly reaching for her and then he gets pulled. He's like, I missed her.
I feel like that was just like real speed.
She
like,
tells him
no.
She's so badass that she's like, I'm good. Don't worry about
it. You stay here. I'll take
You take out that bitch. I'll
she's
get you, bitch.
Badass, she's so cool.
The weird little green dude chases after her, so Itadori chases as well. So it's 2 of the cursed, or I guess humans with cursed objects facing Nobara and Itadori, and then Megami's on his
back the fuck off me, bro. What are you doing? Back the fuck up.
Getting all up in my grill, bro.
Back up. I can smell your mustache from here.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that noise? Who just made that noise? Who was like
trap?
Fucking dude.
Just gotta make sure you guys can see my neck veins.
Bro,
how pure American I am.
That man I'm looking at on the screen, I can smell that man. It smells like beer and chewing to like wintergreen.
I got you. I'll help out a little bit. I got you.
Yeah, it smells like beer and chewing tobacco, man. And BO a little bit.
Josh, you should lend them your towel so that way he can clean up.
Oh, sorry, I don't have it today.
Your door's wet.
Josh, do you have a light? Do you have a light you can turn on, Josh? Because I can barely see your face.
I'm trying. Yeah, it's because the sun.
There you go. That's better.
Yeah,
we have to unlock Josh still.
Yeah. Sorry, dude. I'm locked behind some DLC. I need you to chill out to my Venmo, and then you can have me as a part of the stream. Sorry.
It's okay. We only take pure blood Americans here.
So anyway.
Yeah.
So, where were we? Oh yeah, so Megami's on his own fighting the special grade.
Nobara gets dragged away, and then Megami's like, "I got these little dumbass, stupid, stupid Diglets, and you go after Nobara."
Did we mention that Itadori was fighting? Yeah, he was fighting one of the siblings, and then he's like, "Oh, that's for me to go through too," and then he runs away through there, and Itadori's like, "What the fuck do I do? Where do I go? Megami, what do I do?"
And he's like, Megami's like, "Go help Nobara."
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So then it was just Megami versus the Diglets, pretty much. So I guess at this point, let's just talk about the whole Megami versus the special grade for now, and then we'll get to Nobara and Yuji later.
That's how it happens.
Pretty much. I mean, they go slightly back and forth, but let's just talk about the awesome fight with Megami, dude. He straight up gets his ass bodied by a special grade because he kills all the Diglets, but then there's like one giant like egg left, and out shits a special grade from like the same exact looking one from like the prison, but he claims that it's stronger.
stronger.
So like here I am thinking, oh, he's F, dude. No shot, right? He gets bodied into the wall, hits his head. He's like, oh, I guess I passed out. Too many Budweisers, you know? Feel me? So then he's just like, well, since it's gonna be my last hangover. He had like a flashback with Gojo saying like, hey, no more of that Miller High Life. You gotta drink the Budweiser, you feel me? Play too much on the sidelines. You gotta worry about yourself.
This is, like,
You gotta be
fucking
selfish.
Aside from the fucking beer analogies, I don't drink beer, so I don't fucking understand.
You gotta be a little selfish, you know?
I don't like this bit.
I love it, Trev. Keep going.
Nah, and then, Megumi's just like, you know what? Fuck it, man. Just fuck this filter too, man. What's my camera doing? Focus, bitch. God damn, what I pay you for?
Figure your shit out.
Stay close up and explain what happened.
No, and then he's just like, nah, fuck it, man. I'm about to go off. I'm about to go off like the true American that I am. And then he just goes, he puts his hands together, and then he goes, Dimension Expansion, Chimera Shadow Garden.
Dimension Expansion.
Dimension Expansion.
I know what I said. Your non-American ears weren't listening to me.
Jesus.
Okay, yeah.
And then Megami completely bodies him, just going completely insane.
Like 5 seconds, he's like, boop, 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 dead, and then he rips.
He completely changes his entire emotion, just grinning, just a giant shit-eating grin, just like focus on the technique, broaden it.
Yeah.
Just completely.
He literally
embodies.
He embodies Yami from Black Clover, and he straight up just says, there's supposed to be this kind of progression of somebody's skill over time, but fuck that. I'm just gonna surpass my limits. I kind of have a vague sense of how to do domain expansion, so I'm just gonna fucking do it. And he pulls it off. He's like, it's not great, but it'll work. It'll work.
It worked.
And
My favorite thing about this fight was how the way the artist drew our protagonists versus the way the artist drew our antagonists makes you feel like, holy shit, are the protagonists the evil ones? It's like a normal anime, you get that super dark, visceral lines, like super scary looking shot of the antagonist. But this time we get it of Megumi, Nobara, and Yuji. I'm just like, holy shit! Like
Megumi
that scene
looking crazy
Megumi
as fuck.
Big ass smile and blood dripping down his face. I was like, oh my god, dude. But am I the only one that thought this fight was and the fight on the bridge is 10 times better?
I still thought this was great.
On my first playthrough, I thought this fight was like really good, and the second one, I'm like,
this fight was just
it's good, but it wasn't as good as I had.
I was probably way more hyped about it because Megumi's my boy. So I agree that the highway fight with Yuji and them is better.
So fucking good, man.
But I wouldn't say 10 times better.
Like the guitar, like the principals fight with the dude. I thought Megumi's fight was longer.
So did I. Yeah, I thought it was like a whole episode.
Yeah.
No, it's not
But
very
after
long.
the fact, like he defeated the special grade guy. The special grade curse actually, like, he escaped. He escaped the domain.
He outpowered it.
It was an imperfect one, so he was able to bust out of it. And he's like, yeah, I did this. I got out. And then Megumi with his different wolf,
the demon dog,
demon
man's best friend.
Ultra beast.
Fucking pierced right through him, and out pops out Sukuna's finger. Then Megumi's like,
and yeah,
I'm a sleepy boy.
So, okay. Were Mojito's curses there to get the finger, or did they plant the finger?
No, they wanted to get the finger.
They were there to get the finger? Okay.
Because the curse didn't like fully manifest until, Hakuna Matata spawned. So that's when they're like, oh shit, there's a finger there. So we should probably go get it.
Yeah, Trav, this is the point, like you mentioned before. I guess before they crossed the river into the domain at Megumi, that everything lines up with the timing of Itadori eating the first finger
Mm-hmm.
and unlocking Sukuna.
Yeah, so
They call it resonance,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was interesting.
I didn't hear
Isn't
that
that
part,
what
but
Nobara
yeah.
calls her ability? Resonance. Kind of
Mm.
cool.
Well,
Funny.
speaking about them, we should cut to the highway fight with Nobara, Yuji, and then the two special grade brothers.
Can you start like when after she gets abducted, like through the portal?
Well, then she gets introduced to the one muscular brother. I don't know his name, but he doesn't
A
like
JoJo character.
Yeah,
he's the JoJo character.
Yeah, he doesn't like people seeing his back for some reason. And then this whole time, he was just saying some stuff like, I'm going after the finger and shit, and oh, you're just a girl, you know, and making like the whole like roses in the background kind of like face, you know, give him like a pose and shit. And then Nobara's like, ooh, what the hello?
The fuck
shit.
is this?
Is this still my episode? Is this still my scene? What's going on here? You know?
Am I in the wrong anime?
Yeah.
What
are we doing here? Hey, what the hell? I get paid for this. And then eventually Yuji and the other brother pops out, but as soon as the JoJo brothers backing up, clearly the fucking Green Eggs and Ham brother and Yuji both see the back of JoJo, you know, and he freaks out and unleashes his like big attack, some sort of like butterfly shit with his back. I don't forget what it was called.
Big wing.
Something wings.
But Yuji, knowing that both brothers use like this acidic or toxic blood, decides to flee with Nobara. He like goes like whole Sonic the Hedgehog and just fucking speeds up down the woods with Nobara on his back.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotta go first.
She's like, hey,
faster.
Yo, can you
she
run
says,
Move
hey,
in
I'll
the
like watch your back
speed
and make sure that, you know, our back is covered if you want to start running. And he's like, oh, okay, cool.
Stuck here in a new location without any explanation. No time for relaxation.
I don't know what the fuck's happening today, dude.
I don't even know what he said. Me and Josh were
I was trying to talk about the episode.
ran away, and then Traz just humming to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Nobara, that's the thing.
Yeah, they were running. Itadori's like, yo, can you run any faster? She's like, bitch, wish. He's like, all right. And
Bitch,
just like the planets aligned, and he's like, all right, I got you. You like it or not? I got your back.
Hey, Yusuf, why don't you quit, you know, why don't you yell at your mic to stop cutting out, you know? Starting to sound like Mitch here.
Oh, the mic cut out?
Yeah.
A few times.
Yeah.
Must be the fireworks in the background. I don't know why there's fireworks today.
It's like it's the 4th of July.
Back at the 4th of July, fellas.
Declaration of Independence. Signed on
Can
July
you hold
4th,
it up like that?
1776.
Woo! Yeah, baby. Okay, continue.
All right, so Itadori is running with Nobara. She's like, yeah, I thought I could watch his back. I can't. And then they're zooming. They actually outrun the curses.
They get out of the range,
Itadori
but
fucking jumps off the fucking little cliffside and then throws his back into the guardrail of the highway. He's like, oof.
But it turns out Green
Yeah,
Eggs and
okay.
Ham was already waiting for him and spewed blood all over Itadori that was taking the hit for Nobara. And then JoJo caught up, and then they find out that the toxic blood that they spewed on both of them, it's some sort of decay cursed spell. And within like 15 minutes for Itadori and like 10 minutes for Nobara, they're going to be nothing but goo on the ground because they're going to completely just, melt into the ground. So then Nobara has such a badass scene here.
She's such a fucking badass.
She's just like, wow, really? That's your technique? Well, shoves a fucking nail through her arm and it's like, I'm the worst matchup for you right now. And she does like her resonance
so badass.
spell, and that completely hurts both Green Eggs and Ham and JoJo, and like their hearts are just completely just dying and stuff, and and then JoJo's just like, well, we just gotta outlast this Nobara bitch, and they shouldn't be able to move with all the pain they're in right now. And then Itadori just starts punching the shit out of Green Eggs and Ham. And then Nobara explains like, oh, he can handle poisons,
Yeah, he's Sukuna.
He's
Isn't this like where
Matata's vessel.
Like the music just started like right here, it like lined up perfect. Like
Mhm.
right when Yuji was about to start punching.
Oh, dude, that's when the
fight
music started, dude.
brilliant,
It's
man.
fire, man.
This fight is
And
brilliant.
so just because it's just pain that Itadori's feeling, he'll fight. He doesn't give a shit about pain. He can take it.
He can handle that.
And then they have the awesome scene where they go like back to back and they like flip targets and
switch.
shit.
Yeah, dude. Oh, so fucking cool, man.
Yeah, every time they were about to move, Nobara just pops another nail in her arm just to like stop them for that split second so they can act. And then Yuji gets Green Eggs and Ham like weak enough to where they can swap. So we thought that Yuji was the only one composition curse. But then
Try again. Hold on.
oh my god, whatever, dude.
You said we thought Yuji, and then it was out. So
Yeah,
try
yeah.
again. Try again.
It sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I can't. I'm not even looking at my screen, so I don't know when it's happening. We thought Yuji was the only one that was able to move. But Nobara actually was able to move. She had it in her to, do the little flip.
I found that kind of weird though, because how the fuck was Nobara able to move?
I think it was
by that point they had to deactivate it, didn't they, in order to use their.
No, she was moving before it happened.
It was pure adrenaline.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
I think that's just like anime bullshit where you don't.
Yeah, you don't question it. Pretty much, I agree.
It don't question it because it's badass.
So here's the cool part though about the brothers is that JoJo the entire time is watching Green Eggs and Ham get his shit completely rocked by Nobara, and after Itadori kicked the shit out of him, he's just like contemplating like, oh, do I drop the spell? Do I drop the curse? Oh my god, I can't use my other attack when I have this curse up, so should I drop it? No, he just needs to outlast. We'll be fine. I don't have to drop it. And then as soon as the fucking bass is about to drop on the song or something, the Green Eggs and Ham just says,
Brother,
Yeah.
Big brother Ed.
Oni-chan!
And then sure enough, just that quick second, just without even thinking about it, he drops the curse out of fear for his injured brother, and sure enough, that's when the music fucking pops off. The compensation goes off, and what?
I'm singing the song.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
No, I did. Continue.
you did.
Well, and then Yuji kicks the absolute shit out of JoJo's, and then Nobara slides into the Green Eggs and Ham's DMs and is like, "Hey, bitch, I heard you like nails." And then Yuji
right when the bass drops is when they both have like their scene. They're about to unleash like their critical hit on.
They flipped up the nail, and then Yuji gets the punch like fucking ready.
The best part of the whole fight is when they flash from Nobara to Yuji. And then they both line up together, and then they bass drops and they fucking nail their final shot.
It's not right or wrong.
They both used the Black Flash there.
Yeah, that was fucking sick, dude.
This is
Even
the best
Nobara
fight.
did.
Best fight in the whole show, bro. Best fight in the whole show. Not even close.
That's why this is my favorite episode, dude.
So then JoJo thinks that Green Eggs and Ham died from that attack, but last ditch effort, Green Eggs and Ham's about to chomp on Nobara, and then Nobara's like, "Hey,
I never showed you this
I
one.
didn't show you this one." Hairpin, and it completely explodes.
Yeah.
Green Eggs and Ham, and JoJo just starts crying, pretty much.
I like the idea that Nobara was talking to us when she said that, like she was breaking the fourth wall. So I haven't showed you guys this one yet, and then she does it. So. Nobara
Yeah.
is so fucking
And
cool,
then,
man.
and then what Mitch brought up earlier with the protagonist feeling more like the bad guy, then you have Nobara having the most sinister face after killing Green Eggs and Ham, dude. She's like, huh, don't worry. I'll make sure your brother will be joining you soon. Just the biggest shit-eating grin on her face, dude.
And all the time that she was shoving the nails in her own wrist, she was like, I bet you fucking hate this, huh?
She's so fucking good. I
Shut
love her
up
so
already!
She's
And then then JoJo decides to catch a ride, with some truckers, and burns like half of one of the dude's face off. And then
We'll get you one.
At this point, I was like bummed. Like, of course they're gonna let one of the bad guys go. It's gonna whatever, man. They have to let him go, I guess. But then, you want to say something, Yusin?
I was gonna say, like, I think you were about to say it, but like, of course, like the like that middle brother, tells the one driver like, you better fucking step on the brakes. You ass 1 second, your buddy's, and then they're going full speed, and yeah, Itadori's just fucking crazy around. and then it flashes.
JoJo POV.
Yeah. It flashes to Nobara across like all the way out of the tunnel where that.
What's this bitch doing?
Yeah. He's like, I got it. And then we have the Nanami senpai has like that dialogue. He's like, for the split second after you unleash the black flash,
you enter what
zone.
all sportsmen say, the zone. Auto zone.
So when Yuji did the black flash on the, yeah, I know it happened. I don't know what's wrong with my mic.
Yeah, all good.
So you were saying
his middle brother's arm blew off, and so that was enough for Nobara to use her straw doll.
So she used resonance on it or whatever, and so then that punched like a bunch of spikes through JoJo's chest, and Itadori just lined up another punch and was like, I'm sorry. We killed your brother. Now we're about to kill you. I'm sorry. And then, punched the shit out of him. So both of the brothers died.
Too, with that punch. Like, he fell and Yuji just fucking just caught him with that.
And then
dude.
he like looked at his hand just like smoking and shit. And he's like, ooh, it hurt.
This fight, man, is so brilliant.
So
I
then,
love this fight.
good ending.
I love this fight. I love this fight because, one of my biggest pet peeves about anime is like the righteous protagonists that are like, oh, I need to listen to the villain, and I need to give them the ability to change. Yuji and Nobara were like, fuck that. There's like zero hesitation in this fight, which I
it
love
was
so
us
much.
or them, pretty
like
much.
Nobara shoved the nail through her arm with no hesitation. Yuji chases after the car with no hesitation. It's just like, it was just beautiful. I love this fight. So the choreography was so good. Like the philosophy was so good. Everything was just brilliant in this fight.
Well,
Best fight in the show.
The thing
no
too, I
question.
appreciate is like when the music drops too, it shows Yuji starting to kick. Like it shows like both of their faces, like the fucking curse, like getting lifted off their faces and stuff. And then Yuji like hops in and starts punching the shit. Usually this is where like the protagonist just completely bodies the guy. But JoJo actually gets like a couple hits in too that you see like subtly. So like Yuji goes like, So it was like, it wasn't like completely JoJo getting bodied. It was actually like an intense fight between the two. And then, Itadori found the opening to do a black flash.
Just brilliant fight.
And then, we got a, happy ending, sort of, pretty much, The gang was all going shopping, and then Megumi's like,
Hey, the important thing to note is
Animal
that
Crossing?
no, Megami had one of Hakuna Matata's fingers, and Itadori was like, "Hey, man, I'll hold on to it. You don't have much curse energy left. I'll keep it safe." And him trying to grab it with his hand, little Sakuna fucking mouth went, "Ow!" and ate the fucking finger. So now he has another one inside of him.
We told you not to eat him.
That.
It wasn't me.
That's 7 for
7. What?
Wait, how many?
He's
is that
at
for him?
like 3 or 4.
He's only
Yeah.
had,
Four.
like,
I think it's
Not
four,
much.
I think
Four.
yeah, that might be his fourth. Yeah, he had the initial one, the second one in like the next episode,
Gojo gave to him
and then Akuna Matata ate one,
during the
right?
fight.
From the
fight
pool.
when
Before he
Yuji
died, and then
yeah.
this one. So it's like
Yeah, yeah.
4.
Okay.
Unless
Yeah,
he
because
eats that shit on the
one
weekend.
that,
I don't know.
the one at Junpei's house was recovered by the
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, this is 4th.
Mhm.
It was funny because Megami's like, yeah, you can have it just because you have the most energy, but they're not fucking eat it.
Instantly eats it.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, we were having like
Wasn't me.
these interesting foreshadowing moments to throughout this, where Gojo was talking to that one teacher from the Kyoto school. Pretty much like they're gonna have a party, whatever, and we don't really know why or who's going. Do you guys have any predictions for what that party's about?
Well, they're trying to find out who the spy is, right?
Well, yeah. There is a spy. Gojo says there's a spy. So that's like a whole separate issue. But they're actually like about to have a party.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it's for Yuta's return.
Oh, that would make sense.
Oh, yeah,
think.
that'd be cool, I guess.
I guess I'm honestly not sure whether there's actually a party happening or not, because it sounded like that whole the whole discussion about the party, and then that's when he said, "Oh gosh, it's so hard having to like talk in code because I don't know who's ever listening." So I don't actually know if there really is a party happening, or if that whole conversation was just like code for
So
something
no
else.
cake?
Sure.
No bitches?
We also find out that Toto and the crow lady with like the white hair, Mei, right? Recommended pretty much the second and the first years to the principal of the Kyoto school. But we never got any confirmation as to whether like he accepted that. The Kyoto.
Who were all the ones besides Itadori, Nobara, and Megami? It was Panda,
Salmon, and Mai. Or Maki.
Yeah, okay. Maki. Okay, yeah. Okay. I wanted to make sure Salmon was a part of that, because I was gonna be like, he certainly deserves. If he's not already.
I didn't think they. No, they didn't include Salmon. They included the 3 first years. No, I don't think he is.
He's a second grade.
Yeah. Maki,
or like semi first grade, I think.
Well, Panda is already like a badass, and then Maki's been held back pretty much by her family. I don't know exactly if she needs to be grade 1. I don't know, because she has to rely on these weapons, right? And even without weapons, she's still strong. But I mean, how much can she really do?
I think the reason that he didn't mention Toei is because Toei is already right where he needs to be. He's semi first grade.
He's semi first.
So he's right where he should be.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of all move up to be first grade, except for him. But they all need to move up regardless. All the first years just defeated special grades on their own.
Yeah,
I think Nobara could go with being a semi first grade, not a first grade. I feel like Megami and
Yuji are like kind of on a different level. Yeah. Well, yeah, she just killed like what, a beaten up Green Eggs and Ham already.
Like don't get me wrong, she's very strong, but like her raw power output is not anywhere near the level of Itadori or Yuji or Megami.
Yeah, I don't think her potential is as great as the other 2 characters by any means.
No,
she's good.
Maybe she'll surprise us. I don't know.
But I mean,
her combat intelligence is way superior than the other 2.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily about her like immediate power output or whatever, Like it was because they cursed her, and then she was able to use that against them or whatever. That's part of what turned the fight in their favor.
Yeah, without Nobara, Yuji was probably
a little bit more strategy.
That's why I like her so much, because she has to figure out ways to use her power like uniquely and like smartly without just using raw power like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, and then we just are left on a cliffhanger. Like there's some kind of secret mission, and they're like assigned by Gojo, and that's where they're going next. But
got the call. Let's go, gang.
I didn't know if
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you guys this, like, when we started this or now, but I saved it till now. At work, we sell JJK manga, and I just picked one up randomly, and I opened it to a random page, and I saw a fucking massive spoiler.
Oh.
Yikes.
Yeah.
you keep that to yourself.
I'm gonna keep it to myself. It probably won't be for another like 5 years down the line in the anime. Like it's way off. It's like a
Eat
couple like
shit.
Oh, I just
couple-
realized there's something big we didn't talk about. With the Geto's
party?
group, they talked about their next big like hit or plan to trap Gojo was on October 31st.
Oh yeah, Halloween. Yeah.
Halloween. And I was trying to find like hints at where we are in the timeline, but I know for sure it's after June because
Sometime in the summer. Yeah.
it's in the summer. So I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get that in season 2 or if it's gonna like stop right before it.
I have a feeling like whatever like the party and like the spy and their secret first half of season 1, and then their attack on October 31st will be the second season 2.
You know,
Yeah,
I feel like there might be some, chance that Yuta might come back to maybe next season because
I think Yuta will come back.
They ended this season on whatever, and then they had the Zero movie, so that was just pretty much laying the groundwork for him to make a big return. Maybe
I think Yuta will come back because at the end, the post credit scene in the movie, it's Gojo in the whatever country Yuta is saying, "Hey, we need you back at JJK. We need you back at JJ High." So.
Well, I mean, overall, this was a really nice rewatch, honestly. And a great time watching it.
We gotta give our ratings. It's our we finish up the season.
If I had to say just season 1 as a whole, I'd give it like probably an 8, 7.5, 8 out of 10. So it's really good, but it's not perfect. It's hard to be perfect.
I mean, was there any downsides of it?
There isn't any part of the show where I'm like, okay, I just want to be over. But like I said, it's almost impossible to be perfect. I don't think I've ever given a 10 out of 10. I think the highest rating I've ever gave, maybe I'll give it 8.5 out of 10 instead. 8 or 8.5.
So I was gonna say 8.5. I was close to giving it a 9. I would say something between 8.5 and 10. I think they did a really good job keeping pace, moving like between different actions, having a good balance between story development and character development and actual like action in the show, I guess. So yeah. I mean, we watched it time for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, good job.
This was my first time watching it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I saw kind of similarities to other shonen that we've watched, Black Clover, Demon Slayer, Full Metal, kind of
Demon Slayer
various ways.
I don't think Demon Slayer a shonen.
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either.
Okay. But just then other ones that we have watched.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. I think that I would put it up in the same kind of category as you guys, somewhere between 8 and 9. I really enjoyed it a lot. It got me really excited, and even in the parts when there wasn't necessarily a whole lot of action going on, it wasn't like I felt like I was super bored, and a lot of times it was to give some backstory, which it's like, damned if they do, damned if they don't. If they don't give you the backstory, people complain about not knowing about anything about the characters. And if they do give the backstory, it's like, man, so much exposition in this episode. You can't really win. Mm-hmm. I'd rather have it, but that's also me loving Lord of the Rings and stuff, where I love fucking backstory and exposition and shit. So I don't know. My one word review is
No.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I've watched a bunch of different animes, and there's plenty of shows that don't make me feel anything, and I can call whatever's gonna happen, like 2 episodes before it happens. Like, for a show to be able to make me feel sad with Junpei, have like those low lows, and then make me feel hyped for like pretty much every fight with a killer soundtrack, amazing animation, awesome characters. I'm just gonna say 10, dude. The show, I've never had a low point.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as the show gives me a low point, it might go down, but every episode I've been just chilling, loving it. When it's low, it's low. When it's at its high, it's badass soundtrack, awesome fights, awesome. Great show.
Yep.
I would say for me, the reason it's not a 10 is the story is kind of weak right now, I think. Like the whole, like the overarching plot is kind of weak right now.
Yeah, but for me, I don't, I'm not going to remember every single plot, because I'm going to probably watch more stuff in the future and forget a lot of other stuff. But for a show to be able to bring out like actual feelings from me definitely has a lot of merit to it. So good job, Jujutsu Kaisen. You guys are fucking killing it, and keep up the amazing work.
Yes. So, Josh, now you can watch JJK 0.
Yeah,
and
it's
see
up on
I've already
YouTube.
seen it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You mean I've already seen it?
Just like you saw the Junpei episode before it happened, or before we talked about it.
We've seen these things. We know these things. So when do we know when we're getting like the next season?
I think it's 2023, fall of 2023, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Yikes.
take your time, guys.
Still a way away.
Take your time.
I mean, look what Map is doing. Like, give him some fucking time.
Yeah, take your time.
Better to
make some good shit.
Take your time, make it a polished piece, and not rush dog shit.
Like Attack on Titan. What?
I think,
Final season.
3 Demon
For
Slayer.
real this time.
But I guess we are good then on Jujutsu Kaisen. Good show all around, pretty much.
The end of JJK.
Now I know in the outro it's talking about what we're talking about next week on this episode of this episode of the next episode of this episode. Do we want to tell people what we're gonna start talking about 2 weeks from now?
I guess I can wait till
that's gonna be like
the next episode of this episode. Outro.
Yeah, a couple weeks away. They can wait. They gotta stay tuned.
Suffer.
Yes.
Wait. Be patient, because now we are ending this episode of this episode podcast. So whoever stuck around for us on the traditional day of freedom, thank you so much, and we will catch you in the next one. Roll the outro.
On the next episode of this episode, Trav, Josh, Mitch, and Yusuf tackle the final 5 episodes of Noragami. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed, and ring that bell so you don't miss any of our new episodes. Also, check out our Spotify if you have the chance. You can catch us live every Monday night at twitch.tv/Dutchery. And come on now, guys. We've done 5 episodes of Noragami now. We're still waiting on that 5 yen.